Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the off season. Yo, what up, Doe? What up, Doe? Yo, I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. I am here with the Nasty Boys, DJ Rob 45 and Ways, and this is the off season where we talk sports. We're rooted in football. We're rooted in football. We are fantasy football nuts and stuff. You know, it's the showdown during football season. And then when football season is over, it's the off season. So we talk about stuff that's going on in the off season. So sometimes it can go with sports. We never speaking of which, we never even touched on it, Rob. I'm sorry, man.
What's that?
Minnesota got the ass kicked. And we ain't even touched on that. We ain't even
Yeah, we
We
did.
didn't even. No, we didn't. They was. It was. We the last time we talked about it was Game 4 was being played at the time, and
Oh,
they won, and they it was down 3-1, and then they lost the next game, and we never mentioned it again. So I ain't want to disrespect you like that.
it's all good. It's all good.
But no, and Minnesota got their ass kicked. So Dallas and Boston are in the finals. When do the finals start? Anybody know? Is that tonight? Will it start tonight?
Either tonight or tomorrow.
It's got to
Yeah,
be soon, right?
I
Yeah,
think so.
I
I'd
think they
imagine
had like a
so.
week off.
Okay. Yeah, because I know it was supposed to be like 10 days, but then Dallas lost, so that made it a little shorter. So you're right. Might be right. Might be about.
Thursday. Thursday.
It starts Thursday. Okay.
Yep. Game one's Thursday.
Okay.
Okay.
Then. See, Big Ed is we also call him Big Ed. He changed his name to Rob 45. So y'all gotta excuse me if I say Big Ed every now and then. But yeah, he's the Google champ. So anyway, Wade, what's going on with you, man?
Man, not much at all. Just kicking it. Just
Just,
enjoying this summer while I can.
just kicking. And Wade, I mean Rob 45. What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much. Just started school yesterday.
Ooh.
Started yesterday. How was it?
Yep. Pretty
How was
good.
day
Pretty
one?
good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep.
He's kind of sounds smart now. Pretty good. Pretty
He's
good.
gonna start hitting us with the actually.
Got all my homework done and everything. So
Great, thanks. That's gonna be his next thing. Great, thanks.
great.
But I will always remind him that
Guess what?
so anyway,
Oh,
man,
we got
yeah,
new music coming out soon too.
we do.
Me and Lil Lance.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I thought his name was Law Chambers.
Hold on. I
Um,
was like, how we remember this
yeah,
and not
it
you?
is Law Chambers. It is Law Chambers. I said Lit Lance because our first four songs we released under the name Lit Lance.
All right,
Okay, gotcha.
all right. You worse than me saying Big Ed. I'm gonna touch on it real quick. I'm gonna jump to it real quick. Something cool happened to Detroit yesterday. The nation's first all-black sports talk radio station launched yesterday here in Detroit, thanks to Rob Parker and B.J. Armstrong and a couple of other local investors. They started AM 1270 Sports Rap Radio, which is an all-black sports talk radio station.
Dope. Is Bomani on there?
But Monty is not on there.
Oh damn.
As far as it's all locals. It's
Okay.
all locals. Yeah.
Oh,
The Odd Couple comes on at 7 on Monday through Friday, which is Rob Parker and Chris Broussard. So I'm sure Chris Broussard probably got a hand in it somewhere as well. That's the only national show that comes on the station. But Rob Parker is part owner of the station. He created the idea, so it's his baby. And he got B.J. Armstrong, formerly of the Chicago Bulls, and also a native of Detroit. Went to Birmingham, Brother Rice. So he's got involved as well. He's a part owner as well.
Okay. I'm
okay.
surprised Jamel ain't in there. Jamel Hill?
Yeah. Jamil Hill is not there. Uh, I don't know if she actually lives here though.
Okay.
But I know that her and Rob Parker are cool, and she is a Detroit native as well. So it's a possibility she will become part of it at a later time, but for now not. I put in a petition to us on there, so we'll find out. We'll find out if we get in.
Let's go. Take it
Let's
national, baby.
Let's
go.
get
So
it.
until then, if we do get in, great. We'll have to be clean, no
Yes.
profanity. But in the meantime,
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
in the meantime, we're gonna let it be what it be. Uh, on a somber note, man, we lost another hip hop icon. Actually, a member of a hip hop of a iconic hip hop group. Uh, Brother Marquise from the Two Live Crew passed away at age 58.
Man, young. Wow.
young.
Yeah, yeah. But life is precious, man. That happens, you know. I almost lost mine this year, so I get it. I get it. It's spring up on you. You live life. You're having fun. You're loving life, and then it'll catch up with you if you ain't taking care of yourself. And next thing you know, you're blindsided by, oh, I'm about to die.
Mhm.
I thought I was seeing it, man. So it's that. But prayers up to the family of Brother Marquise and also his friends and everything. So prayers up for him in a moment for you, Marquise. Now let's get on with the biggest story of the week.
Mm.
The WNBA. Yes, that's right. The WNBA is the biggest story of the week. uh, Kennedy Carter, who plays for the Chicago Sky, did what was called a cheap shot. It was a hard check and a hip check on Caitlin Clark, knocking her on the ass. Angel Reese, her team Kennedy's teammate, jumped up on the bench and cheered it on, and it was called just a foul at the time, later upgraded to a flagrant foul, and now has escalated into this topic of conversation of what needs to be done to protect Caitlin Clark. So I don't know if you guys been following any of this story at all, but what's your thoughts?
You said it perfectly right there. Their thoughts is what do we need to do to protect Caitlin Clark, not the players. Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
Right
A
now, she's the cash cow.
lot of people say that she's been being targeted.
correct.
So
She's the cash cow.
yeah,
Everybody is coming for the face of the French of the place.
a lot of people are trying to put other tones into it though. They're trying to put racial tones into it.
And
So
what's your thoughts on that? You don't think there's any?
uh yeah, a little bit on both sides.
What
On
do you
both sides.
What do you mean on both sides? There, you sound like Trump.
Well, the WNBA is pretty much like the NBA, a mostly black league. So they're saying the black players are targeting the cash cow white girl. So
And when you say both sides, what's the other side that you're referring to?
that they're trying to protect the white girl.
Okay.
And and I can actually see that. I can see where people are coming from on that. But from my personal viewpoint on this, after seeing this, it was absolutely unnecessary. To me, as a football guy, it's let me go ahead and pick on the rookie. So that's my way of thinking. Is most athletes are like that, anyways. Um, and I don't know. I don't try to put race in it, though. I can see where people are coming from, but let's face it. When someone's bringing a lot of attention into what you're doing, well, you want some of that spotlight too.
I agree with everything you both said. I'm gonna put race all in it. What can I say? Acorn says I'm a racist, but I'm not. I'm just open to talk about race, and I talk about it freely because it doesn't because I'm not a racist, and I don't feel like I have to not talk about it to prove that I'm not. I think racists try to avoid the topic and avoid the truth about it, and I don't. I don't see a problem with it. I don't see us I don't see it as a problem to talk about. Um, to me, this is kind of symmetric with Bird and Magic coming into the league. See, and I think that's the problem that a lot of the black players have in the WNBA is that the white people are making it all, oh, it's Caitlin Clark, it's everything. But it
Hmm.
wasn't about Larry Bird. It was the rivalry with
Hmm.
Larry Bird and Magic. It's not about Caitlin Clark. It's you feed the rivalry between her and Angel Reese.
Right.
That's what you do. That's how you. That's what makes this engine run. Quiet as kept, Angel Reese is killing this league,
Hmm.
right? Caitlin is struggling and her team is struggling. Angel Reese is putting up numbers. She's
Yeah.
like number one in 7 different categories.
Yeah.
Right.
The only category Caitlin Clark is leading the league in so far is turnovers, and so there's some envy of you're getting too much love without enough production.
Right.
Yeah.
It's welcome, but it happens in all the sports. When the hot shot comes in and is getting too much recognition before putting it on the field or putting it on the court, we coming at you. You ever heard the term "Welcome to the NFL"?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh
And
yeah, what
just like,
happens to the hot shot receiver when he comes across the middle? Got your ass.
hmm
Got your ass. So it's not totally about race. No, it's not. But it is
yeah,
partially
yeah,
because of this kind of shit. Caitlin Clark didn't even have a problem with it. Caitlin Clark said it is what it is. Let's roll. Let's move on.
yeah,
But all of white America is we've got to protect her.
yep,
What do we got to
Right.
do to protect her? We got to change some rules and blah blah blah. Okay, so that's what's. And I've heard this guy this morning say, um, after Caitlin Clark, most people can't even name another WNBA player. And I'm like, once you mention Caitlin Clark, the name Angel Reese gonna come to the mind of pretty much
exactly,
everybody that knows the name Caitlin Clark.
exactly.
So it's that's the problem. He is exemplary to me. He exemplifies what the problem is.
Hmm.
And it's not a problem. It's his problem.
Hmm.
Their problem is that they're bringing on themselves is that we've got a great white hope, and we're not counting anybody else. Nobody else matters. So nobody
Hmm.
else. You think nobody else have ever heard of Diana Taurasi, Rebecca Lobo, um,
Cheryl Swoops.
Wilson? You know what I'm saying? Nobody else have heard of none of these people. Okay, if you say so,
Yeah.
the WNBA didn't exist until Caitlin Clark, and that's what's making those other players say, okay, all right. We ain't got you. We ain't got you in the media. We ain't got the media voice you got. But I'm gonna bust your ass when you come into this paint.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's a big part of it. So protect Caitlin Clark. I don't know. I think if you do that, the more you baby her, the worse you make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're still pretty young in the season, so we could just let's give her some time. It might be even just an adjustment period where, all right, now I understand what's coming for me. I understand this is what I'm looking at. Bet I'm game. This is where she shows whether she's all the hype or not.
And it's very very young in her career. On top of
Exactly.
Right.
it, I mean, it's very young in her career, so she's got time for everybody to get over it.
I
Yeah.
hate to be the one to say it, but and it's not me trying to put it in a equality reference or anything in that. It's just when it comes to what it'll do for her career, this is her Kobe moment. This is where she gets to come out and see if she what she can do after facing all this adversity in the first half of her professional career.
And Matt Barnes made a great point too. screw changing rules and all of these and making different calls and doing this to protect Kate. Where's her teammates?
Right.
Yes.
Where's her teammates? Why wasn't there anybody on that team, on that bench, to come up off the bench or on that floor to come to her defense and bust Kennedy Carter in her shit?
Right. Lamar Odom would have
That's what
busted some.
that's what stops people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what stops other people from targeting her if she's being targeted. It's not these extra rules you put in. That just makes her more of a target.
Yep.
It's when the teammates come out there and say, "Oh, you touch her again, and I'm gonna bust your ass."
We'll see. And that brings to question something we recently talked about when it came to Kyler Murray. None of his teammates are going to come out there and have his back like that unless it's a lineman. It may be a leadership thing or a teammate thing. It may be a personality thing of herself as well.
I don't remember that conversation about
Me
Kyler
neither.
Murray. What are you talking
Oh, oh shit. I was talking to someone else. My bad.
What the hell is we talking about? Oh snap! Well, Justin Jefferson has signed the richest non-quarterback contract in NFL history.
It's like 140 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the years on it, but it's 140 million. I think believe it's like 110 million guaranteed.
On 5 years.
Look at Ray's looking all smug.
I'm happy because everybody's like, oh, well, Justin Jefferson's obviously going to go. Nothing's been happening. I'm like, just wait. We'll just wait. I'm just waiting. Now everybody sees why I'm just waiting.
Let him get a year with Sam Darnold under his belt.
Sam Darnold,
he
you
gonna
kidding
worn
me?
out.
JJ to JJ, man, you kidding me? We're gonna get that J&J fish hook up. You better quit.
Well, what does this mean for? Well, first I want to say how smart are the Lions looking right now that they signed Amon-Ra St. Brown early.
Yeah.
They signed him early. Now they don't have to try to live up to matching or beating this contract.
Yeah, but
Dallas does. CD Lamb want that boot now.
Yep.
yeah,
DJ Moore gonna want to
Lamb
move.
gonna want to beat it.
DJ Moore gonna want to beat it.
It's gonna be some other guys that's gonna want to beat it.
yeah, but they got
Tyreek
one
Hill
thing.
gonna want to beat it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the only one that can earn it. Get it
CD
over.
Lamb can get it too.
CD Lamb will get it because Jerry Jones will do anything. But other than him, yeah, Hill's the only other one I could think of that could possibly get it. Everybody else, they're not no Justin Jefferson. And any honest team's going to tell him that. All right, show me that then. Show me that this season. Show me your Justin Jefferson figures.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't have to be Justin Jefferson. All I have to be is what Justin Jefferson is to Minnesota, to the team
Yep.
that I'm on.
And that's definitely a DJ Moore situation in that situation.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta. That's what I have to be. So I have to be that valuable to your team,
Yeah.
and that's what CD Lamb's gonna get paid,
Mm-hmm.
and Tyreek gonna sit back and wait for everybody to get their money, and then he gonna come out and say, "I deserve the most in the NFL."
They sure as hell just hooked
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle up.
Yeah, yeah. They
And
should.
didn't they just sign oh my god, didn't they sign Odell?
Who?
Miami.
Miami.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure they just
I
signed
didn't hear
Odell.
about that.
I'm pretty sure Big Ed is googling it right now.
Yep.
See, told you. He said, "Yep."
I was gonna say, I swear they just signed my Odell. So
Google 45. Speaking of Google 45, speaking of 45, We never talked about Donald Trump getting convicted. 34 counts. Now, I heard somebody say something very interesting though. If he wins his appeal, because there was a great question that came up. If he was to win his appeal, would some of these counts still stand, or can he just watch and beat them all? And yeah, 34 sounds real good, but the guy was saying 35, 34 sounds good and it sounds crazy, but they're all really the same count worded in different ways. So if
Yep.
he beats one, he beats them all. If he wins an appeal, it all goes away.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah, it is. It's a scary thought that we have a felon running for president and he can't even vote for himself.
I think that's an ass backwards law that a felon can be president and but it can't vote for one. I think that's
Yo,
backwards.
wait. Does that
He
get him
might
locked
have.
up then? If he's actually convicted, right, as a felon, correct,
Hmm.
and he publicly goes out and votes for himself, they have video proof of a convicted felon illegally voting.
They better go after him like they did that woman in Texas.
He won't vote for himself. He won't have to. His supporters are like rap fans. The more criminal you are, the more we like you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, he got arrested now. I really like him. I'm voting for him. Well, don't let him get
Man,
shot. He'll
it's,
live.
it's crazy.
It is crazy, and I think, and I heard somebody else make an interesting point because I made the same point you did, Rob. Is that um, how you go? How can you be a felon and run for president, but you can't vote for one? I think that's backwards. I would rather have a felon vote for one than be president. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Rather- I'd rather let him vote as
Yeah.
opposed to having him run the country. Um, but another guy said, I mean, if he could be president, then they need to take. Have you ever been convicted of a felony off of applications?
Yep.
Absolutely. By far.
Because if you can be a felon and hold the highest job in the land, then what jobs? What it shouldn't be a problem to hold any job in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It shouldn't be a problem to hold any other job in this country if you can be president.
No.
Right.
Oh, if you can be president as a felon, then take that shit off the applications.
Right.
Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be that maybe that'll be something he can put in the law. And Rob is smoking weed.
Always.
Damn, not that kind of show.
No, it was actually a cigarette.
It was not a cigarette.
Yeah, it was. It was the end of a cigarette.
It was not.
Yeah, it was. Look,
It was not. It was a
for the
blunt.
camera.
No. Nope. Can't see it.
See, cigarette.
Nope.
It was not cigar weed. It was cigarette.
Weed. Cigar weed. Cigar weed. Something interesting happened.
Uh-oh.
Last week on the smoke session, we had a lot of fun at the expense of Mr. Harris. Turns out that Corey Harris, the reason he was in court that day, Corey Harris, if you don't know, was the dumbass of the week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because he went on a Zoom call when he was in court about a suspended license and he was driving.
Mm-hmm.
The judge said, I'm revoking your bail and you got to turn yourself in by 6 o'clock, right? And we had fun at his expense. And it turns out that what that case was actually about was that his license, his suspended license, his license was never supposed to be suspended. And he had won that 2 years ago.
Oh.
So by right, he shouldn't have been driving. His license should not have been suspended while he was driving.
Yeah.
There's, during this viral video, this now viral video. So I his dumbass is revoked.
Yeah, we have to revoke it.
Yeah, we gotta revoke a dumbass.
Yeah,
Damn,
it's
for the first time in history.
first time. I mean, at least partially, right? I still wouldn't go on a Zoom call from my car driving if I'm in court for yes, judge, I'm driving while I'm on Zoom. I mean, that's kind of dumb,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. But what really put him over the top? It's really not on him.
Right.
Yeah.
It was not on him. So that's an interesting twist to the story of Corey Harris. Now it
Hmm.
would seem that that's all, but I have a soapbox that I want to get
Ooh. Uh-oh, I'm gonna mute myself. I have a feeling I know what this may be.
on. I want to say, man, I'm very proud, and I'm very proud of my legacy. I love and that's my sons, man. I love my sons, my Evan and Dejan. I love Evan and Dejan with everything. Um, Dejan make me extra proud because he just came to me and basically made an admission that after all these years, he still count on me for good information, and he needs me to help him understand and make it all make sense. He came to me with that, and I got him on tape. So let's hear it, and we're gonna break it down piece by piece because I want to. I think my son should come to me for the knowledge, and I'm looking forward to giving my son what he's looking for, which is that knowledge.
Okay, so I have a question. If Drake is not a pedophile, right? Because he your favorite artist. I notice that you defend this man every show. There is not a show that we can go past without OG defending Drake. But you want to talk about everybody else being a stand, but you wearing a Drake beard. Every show you got on the Drake beard. You one of them fans that we was talking about that's being pacified.
Wait a minute. What do you mean we? We? Okay. So now Kendrick said, we said. Is that what it is now? Okay. All right. I got you. I got you. We, what's wrong, boss? We sick? We sick. Okay.
You one of those fans that Kendrick is talking about.
You said
Drake
we.
can pacified you so much that now you got to defend him every show. That's your favorite artist. I'm noticing. Because you don't even talk about J. Cole no more. I never heard you mention J. Cole once.
Actually, you did. That was back when J. Cole was part of the battle. The thing is, J. Cole is not a story. So I have no reason to bring up J. Cole. J. Cole bowed out. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but J. Cole issued an apology and said he quit. He's out. He didn't. He bowed out the battle. So that's why J. Cole doesn't come up. So the battle is between Drake and Kendrick. So Drake and Kendrick is the conversation. All right. So that's why I don't mention J. Cole. I mention Drake. And not Drake did my favorite artist. I don't dislike Drake. I do like Drake. What I don't like is haters. And I go out of my way to dispel when haters say stupid shit. And that bothers me. You could say I hear people say I'm a LeBron fan because the same thing happened with the LeBron and Jordan debate. When haters say stuff that don't make sense, I speak up for the anti-haters, for the stuff that I try to make it make sense. It's like when Rod 45 say Drake ain't had no good albums and then kind of claim I said it. No, I said I agreed that I didn't think he had any classics, but he got good albums. I think he has good albums. I know he has. I know the first two. I've only heard three, and I like two of them. So he has good albums, but they're not classics. But a lot of people don't have classics. There's a lot of artists out there that don't have any classics, right? I mean, it's just a fact. It's just a fact of life, and it's not that he's not my favorite artist, but I don't dislike him. and I think he did hold his own in this battle. I'm not a Kendrick fan either. Does he have a classic? I don't know if he has a classic. In my opinion, he doesn't, but in yours, he might. I don't think he has a classic album either. I don't think J. Cole has a classic album. Very good albums. I don't know if he got any classics, but that's me. Anyway, carry on.
Since all of this happened, Drake is your new guy. Admit it. But my question is, if Drake is not a pedophile because he was young, Eminem is not a racist because he was young, is Jerry Jones considered to be KKK? Because when all of that popped off and all them pictures came out, everybody had something to say about that. But nobody, even though he didn't catch no flack from it, because the man already a billionaire, he still got his team, he never was blackballed or whatever. But how do y'all feel about that? Because he was young too. So the fact that he's not, he's grown now, he's not KKK no more. I'm just asking. This is a legit question. I'm just asking y'all opinion. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, my son said, because he wants his dad to make it make sense to him, and I would like to do that. Did you guys have an opinion on the Jerry Jones thing before I say something?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, I I just never liked him anyways, so I guess I don't really have an opinion anyways. I was just confused on where that came from. I just felt like it came out of nowhere.
No, I get where it came from, and I'm going to make it make sense. There's context, okay? We didn't say, and I didn't say, and I'll say me because it was my statement. I wasn't saying that just because they were young, then it's not true now. You did this when you were young, so therefore it's not true now. People grow up. People change. People do mature. So just because you did something when you're young doesn't necessarily mean you still are this person today. There is context. So let's go one at a time. Eminem was a high school kid dating a black girl. Probably his first time in love. Broke up. She broke his heart. Probably his first heartbreak. He went into a rage and recorded some song, ill-advised song, recorded a song in his room, made a song, and he said the N-word in the song. Called her a black bitch and called her a nigga and blah, blah, blah. As a high school kid. But how has his behavior been since you've known him, so to speak? Since we've known him, how has his behavior been? Has he come off like a racist? Has he done anything that makes you say Eminem is a racist? I think just the opposite, right? And we learned something during the OJ trial. When Mark Furman got on the stand and said he has never said the word nigga in the last 10, 12 years, everybody in America, black and white, said you're lying. So that tells me that everybody in America, including white folks, know that everybody has said the N-word over the last 10 years. Whether you're racist or not, you said it. You said it. If you was amongst your friends, you said it, right? So that's what that told me. So no, I'm not going to convict him today for that action, right? Because it's context. It's more than just he was young and now he's not, so therefore it isn't. Youth versus age doesn't mean that you've changed, but it could. It's possible. There was an event. There was something that happened that triggered him, that made him go this way, and then now today he's not that kid, right? With the Drake situation, completely different ball game, right? I don't know if you've ever, well, yes, I do know that you've never been on stage in that kind of a crowd and did that kind of a bit. It's an old bit though, and I'm sure you've probably seen in concert somebody else did. You've seen Janet Jackson. They pulled somebody on stage for Janet. They pulled somebody on stage for almost. It's an old bit. Every act brings somebody on stage, and if it's a girl, if it's a guy that brings a girl on, it makes all the girls wish it was them, and if it's the other way around, it makes all the guys wish it was them, right? And there's video of Janet Jackson riding some nigga on stage, right? So, but you think Janet Jackson go out in the crowd and pick these people? No, there's somebody on her team that goes out and gets somebody out the crowd for this bit. Same for Drake. Somebody on his team went into the crowd, brought this girl on stage for this bit, right? Gets down to it, he asks her age. She's 17. Now I say when you're 23, if you're dating somebody that's 18, it's fair game. There's a recent story of a 65-year-old preacher who married a 19-year-old girl, right? Now, when you're 65 and she's 19, that's called creepy. You're a dirty old man and all that shit. But if you're 23 and she's 19, that's fair game. Nobody's calling you names. Nobody's calling you a dirty old man. So if you're 17 and he looked at you and she said 17, said, "Oh damn, you don't look 17." That's not pedophilia. You need to look it up if you think it is. Look up the definition of it. Now, if you're R. Kelly, 30 something, fucking a 14-year-old girl and pissing on her, that's pedophilia. If you're R. Kelly and you're 33 and you're marrying a 15-year-old Aaliyah, that's pedophilia. That's not the same. If you're Tiger, everybody forget that one. Nobody talk about Tiger messing with what's her name? Kendall Jenner.
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner, whatever her damn name is. He messing with her. Nobody was saying nothing. Okay, but they didn't come out and show that they were having sex. They wasn't really a couple. They were just hanging out and cool. But as soon as she turned 18, suddenly they was a couple. You don't think they was doing anything before that? I do. But nobody's talking about Tiger. Nobody talked about it. But to me, that too is pedophilia. That's different than what happened in the Drake situation. And that's what I was talking about then. That's not even me saying his behavior then was pedophilia and now it's not. I'm saying his behavior wasn't even pedophilia. That was a concert bit. That was a concert bit. Now, if you showed me tape after tape after tape, city after city after city, there's constantly an underage girl being brought up on stage. Now it's a pattern. And now I say, what the hell's going on here, bruh?
Right.
Is it a coincidence that it always happens to be an underage chick that come up on the stage with you? But it's not. It's a one-off. So what happens? I would like to see a tape of what happens when he was in the city and there was somebody that was of age on stage. Then what happened on stage? Was it just hey, how you doing? And a hug and a kiss and kicked you off stage? Or did something else go down? Or was the bit a little more risque?
Intimate.
Right.
Was it a little more risque with somebody that's of age than with somebody? We don't know who, and that guy on his team might have been fired after, or at least talked to.
Mm-hmm.
You better ask these chicks how old they are before you bring them up on stage with me. The hell wrong with you? You don't know how that went down after the fact. So we don't know. We don't know the details of that. So that is a different situation. No, it's not his behavior then versus behavior now. To me, that wasn't even pedophile behavior. We don't know. As for Jerry Jones, just to be clear, there was one picture. There was one picture. And it wasn't KKK. He was a high school student as well. And it was back in those days when they were integrating schools, when the black kids were showing up at the white school for the first time, the white students were against it, and the white students would stand out in protest and loudly protest. And a picture surfaced where Jerry Jones was one of those white kids in that school protesting against the black kids coming in. Does that mean he's changed? No. Does that mean he's KKK? No. Does that mean he still feels that way? No. I don't know what's in his heart. Do I think Jerry Jones is a racist? I think Jerry Jones has racist tendencies.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think Jerry Jones has, he keeps great company with racists, but I feel that way about a whole lot of the NFL brass.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason niggas don't own NFL teams, and they're kept out of that circle. There ain't no black owners. They're kept out of that circle because it's more than Jerry Jones up there. That's these rich billionaires and mingle with rich billionaires, and a lot of them are racist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Is it KKK? I don't know. But that picture wasn't KKK.
No. That
But
picture
does that
wasn't.
mean he's not? No, it doesn't mean he's not. Does that mean he is? No, it doesn't mean he is. And I hope that makes it make sense to you. I hope it makes sense to you. But no, I can't judge him today on his actions as a kid. But can I judge him today on his actions as an adult? Yes. If what Jerry Jones did in recent years, when Jerry Jones told the line, can I judge that? Yes. Yes, I can make judgment against a person and what they're doing recently as a grown ass adult, this old ass man. Your
Mhm.
ways are your ways. You can be judged now. But I'm not going to judge him for that picture, that photo that came out. No, I can't. It's you are correct. I can't. I can't say he's KKK. And that wasn't KKK, by the way. But even if it was, I don't know. I would probably still hold it against him if it was, because KKK, that's an organization, and it's a little different. So there are differences. There is context, and there are different circumstances. It's more than just he's young and now he's not. So no, it's very different than that. There's more to it than just the age of the assailant or the alleged assailant. And I hope that makes it make sense to you, son. That's all I got to say. Y'all done?
I ain't got nothing else.
I ain't got nothing else either.
Well, I ain't got nothing else either. So I want to thank y'all for watching. It's the What Up Though Show Network. We may be changing that name, man. I was talking to them earlier. The What Up Though thing is getting to be a little saturated out here in the city. So I'm thinking of renaming the network, renaming my show. But it's hard because I love singing the What Up Though, the What Up Though, the What Up Though.
Right?
But that said, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like what you see if you like what you see. And we'll take y'all on the other side. This is the off-season. Peace.
Burst over, fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West side when we ride, tell me quick with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, fuck you trying to see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some mark ass bitches. We keep on coming,
all right,
running for
hold
your
up.
crew, steady gunning.
I just want to, you know what? I forgot I had that, man. I just want to prove a point, man. That beat everything, right? Who rocked it harder, Tupac or K-Dot?
Actually, I heard another version of that
What you hear?
with no Vaseline.
I heard that too. I didn't care for it as much as I like this one.
Yeah, this one actually fits a lot better.
If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Oh, you made them in the jump, suck my dick, and all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, done quick. I fuck you going, put the dog on some bump shit. I stay go to gun click, 911 shit, all over some dumb shit.
Ain't heard that one.
Shit, and niggas remind me of a strip club.
All right. Who rocked it harder, K-Dot or DMX? Huh?
DMX.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, it's the beat. Don't tell me it's not the beat. I don't know what he said that was so great. I guess you know who rocked it the hardest though. It wasn't K-Dot. It wasn't DMX. It wasn't Pac. It wasn't Cube. You know who rocked it the hardest? And I'm gonna leave on this one. Kirk Franklin. All right, man. That's it. That's it for the off season. We out of here. Peace.